My name is Natalie Chacon, and I'm currently a clinical assistant professor at UTRGP at the PA or Physician Assistant Department Studies. I was previously a medical tenure professor at the University of Central University of Venezuela, and my major was done in infectious disease, and I also have a PhD in immunology. So the story started during high school. Why did I fall in love with medicine? I studied in a high school called Colegio San Vicente de Paul, or St. Vincent's High School. It was an amazing high school located in my hometown called Maracaibo, where you see the beautiful buildings on the back of my high school. And this was the soccer field and also the church. And the hallways, beautiful, and all the classrooms. There I had a biology professor, that inspired me to go on in the research pathway. I also thought about it. Oh, if I'm a research, I should be a medical doctor. That's when I went and got chosen by the State University, Universidad del Zulia, also in my hometown. And I was able to conclude after almost 7 years my medical school and did my rural, that means public service for the government for 1 year. This is the beautiful bridge located in my hometown. My hometown has a lake called Lake of Maracaibo, or Maracaibo Lake. And this is the University of El Zulia, Zulia State University. So I was able to be chosen in the first 20 spots to study medicine, and I finalized my study in being the 5 more best students in my class. I remember being on these labs, had to do with microbiology labs. We spent a great time. After that, I decided to do my PhD in the Instituto Venezolano de Investigaciones Científicas, which means Scientific Investigation Institute of Venezuela. This is located in Altos de Pipe in Miranda State. So I had to travel in order to do my 4-year PhD degree in biology with a major in immunology. And I was able to present my thesis and work under the microbiology lab. My tutor was Italo Cesari, and I published part of my thesis. So my thesis was about immunoprophylaxis for schistosomiasis using synthetic peptides. I use the marine model. That means I use a lot of mice to do my tests. I created 4 different types of vaccine. One of them was successful to prevent schistosomiasis. Then I was immediately contacted by a professor of the Central University of Venezuela, or Universidad Central de Venezuela, and I got a job as a professor and also as a researcher. There I spent a lot of fun because I was finally able to do my research in infectious diseases. And these here are my group of part of my lab when we concluded a training for them. And this is the picture is showing a parasite that is very frequent in immunocompromised patients called Strongyloides stercoralis. Here I am in the rural area of Venezuela, looking for some infectious diseases, very common over there, especially Chagas disease. And here is me when I was very young with other faculty members in a community engagement activities. And on this part, we are in our classroom. This is specifically our lab for infectious disease, tropical medicine course. And here are my faculty members in this photo. I am in that moment currently the chair of the tropical medicine and also the director of the Department of Tropical Medicine, Microbiology, and Parasitology department. So we're saying hi to everybody. This was when I got the award called Jose Maria Vargas from our rector, Dr. Cecilia Garcia Arocha. She was an amazing rector, and I was called to receive from her hands the maximum award for the School of Medicine. The one little kid here is my beautiful daughter, Isabella Alvarez. Then I came to University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, here in the U.S. after applying for an extraordinary abilities visa. Before coming to the USA, I already had a green card. So when I entered through Miami, Florida, they told me this officer said, Dr. Chacon, welcome to the USA. Oh my God, I know you're going to do a lot of things good for our country. And I said, thank you. That was great. So I was called to work as a researcher, first at the genetic department of the School of Medicine at UTRGV as a research assistant in the 2020. And then when COVID hit, I decided to apply for a job to help the people in Texas. So at the Texas state level, I had a contract as the epidemiology lead during a complete year, the first year of COVID-19. Those two jobs were paid by UTRGV School of Medicine. After that, I was called by Professor Ambreeze because I applied for a clinical assistant professor at the Department of Physician Assistant. And here I am today since 2021. And because of the chair, he interviewed informally me by the phone, and then I had the formality and completion of all the prerequisites needed and completed to be part of this department. I also had a lot of fun doing mentorships for our students, also teaching clerkship, patient encounter, anatomy lab, and also pathophysiology 1 through 3. This year, we were invited by the School of Medicine to be part of the International Symposium of Research of the School of Medicine. And we decided that during that conference to present the role of the physician assistant students in empowering teenagers' health as part of the engagement community activity that we do with the Pre-PA Society and with some PA students also. This is the upcoming thing that we're going to do is to implicate physician assistants, since there are students, in mental health for teenagers. Part of the graduation, we also were invited as a conferences last year for the School of Medicine during the same symposium. I also presented an abstract on that. I was able also to participate with some of our students in the TAPA last year of 2022. Here you can see me in training our Pre-PA Society for our community health fairs. And also we did interprofessionalism collaboration with the School of Medicine and with other organizations. I had around 298 citations since 2016 up to today of all the publications. If you want to know a little bit more about me, you can check out my LinkedIn, Natalie Chacon. And I want to finish this giving you some motivations to study patho. So I want you to follow the DAPS mnemonic. DAPS means D, you're going to put a date of any of your goals to patho on your calendar. Which days and what time are you studying patho? You're going to write down achievable objectives in order to proceed with the studying of patho. Are you going to watch videos? Are you going to read? Are you going to review the PowerPoints before and after? What are you going to do? Those objectives should be done personally. That means that will apply with your own personality and your way of being. Also in a positive way. For what? Am I doing this for what? Only for a good grade? Or am I doing this to learn and to keep that learning in my mind for a long time? And also be specific, studying maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays from 4 to 8, for example, in order to conclude 20 questions daily of the Q bank, and then reviewing the PowerPoint. Whatever it is important to use all the several steps that I'm indicating using the mnemonic DAPS in order to conclude your objectives. And this is our quote. Part of the quote of our conference will be, an ounce of prevention for adolescents' mental health is worth a pound of productive living adults. Let's transform this quote to your PA studies. Just an ounce of pre-study for your patho lecture will worth a pound of productive and great long-lasting learning and